All these people have come from far and wide across the land of Wizardtopia to visit the Hobo Wizards child's play park. Greetings and welcome back to Cities Skylines and the grand city of Wizardtopia. Well, the grand town, boomtown I think actually, as it happens, of Wizardtopia. Here we are in the brand new Flame Strike Fields farming industrial zone perhaps I should say. And it's lovely. I love this. It's so much nicer than this dirty, horrible, nasty industry. I mean, there may be a place for some dirty industry in Wizardtopia, but not a lot, and not near where people, are doing their wizarding. At least not their sort of day-to-day wizarding. Hello, hold on. We've cut the power off. Uh-oh, look, we've cut the power off. The Hobo Wizard is not happy. He has he's taken his house and he's disappeared. That's not good. We better re-extend the power here. Someone's building a new house for the Hobo Wizard, who hopefully was just just tore it down in a fit of rage. The park, which I believe actually is the only park in all of Wizardtopia, and is therefore extremely busy. Look at all these cars. All these people have come from far and wide across the land of Wizardtopia to visit the Hobo Wizards child's play park. Despite the fact that this is in fact the child exclusion zone, no one cares because there is no other child's park to bring them to, and so they're prepared to brave even the Hobo Wizard, who look actually, the Hobo Wizard house has gotten an awful lot nicer. We better just make sure that we know that this is in fact the Hobo Wizard's abode. There we go, Hobo Wizard's abode, and that's where he lives. Certainly, if he's selling tickets to the park, then he's probably doing very well indeed. Maybe he's got like a nice top hat or something. I guess we'll find out, won't we? Right. Anyway, we need to press on because there are many important things. We have massive residential demand. We've got reasonable commercial and indeed more industrial demand. Ah, look, we've got power problems. We've got power problems still. We're getting brownouts. What's called? Yeah. Oh yeah. We had to find Amanda Webb, didn't we? Right. All other things need to wait. Power problems, brownouts, doesn't matter. We need to find Amanda Webb, who was, I think, was it the Grove residence? Was it? There it is. Look, the Grove residence. This is actually Amanda Webb's blessed home. There we go. We will remember that. It is a blessed home. It's only tier 1, but nonetheless. Can we find the resident? Can we find the person who lives? I don't think we can. We'll have to wait for her to come home. We could just sit and hawk it. I don't know if there is any way to search for a particular individual, or to tag them, highlight them. If you know of a way to do that, it would be really cool to track certain people. Is this person going to go in? No, they're not. They've got a dog though. Look. Is that a dog or is it a goat? No, I think it is a dog. Well, it could be a goat. Who knows? It wouldn't be unusual in Wizardtopia for people to keep goats as pets, possibly to sacrifice at some point. I'm not sure. Power to the people. How hard is it to build? All right, look. All right, Charles Walker. You almost earned my ire there, but it is actually true. We do need more power. And look, we've actually unlocked. What have we got here? Advanced wind turbines and coal power plants. There is tons and tons of wind in Cauldron Lake, so Cauldron Lake can become the new home of our new power source. There we go. There we go. That's sorted. So they do have a wind, like a noise area, but I mean it's within the bay, so I mean pleasure boaters may hear it, but everyone else will be fine. I think it looks like we have to hook the power up with a electricity pylon. So let's do that. There we go. Oh, lovely! Look at that. The pylons, the electricity pylons, are pretty hideous. It has to be said. They're just built on sort of square columns of concrete. But maybe we can do something about that later if we kind of extend these closer to the shore or something. What are we going to call them? Well, I guess they are. I mean, they're still technically wind spirits, right? But they're in the water, so let's call them water spirit. Water spirit 1. That should keep the power sorted for a little while. They've got solar panels on them. Don't they look awesome? Don't they look absolutely fantastic? It's something nice to look at as well if you live over here in Rincewind Road, or for the kids at the school, which is awesome. Right, we need to do lots of important things. We need to put some people in some houses by request. We need to build some parks because, as I mentioned, everyone is having to go over to Hobo Wizards Park whenever they want to take their kids anywhere, and that's no good, really. That's no good at all. So, should we build some parks? Small playground. There we go. We must be able to fit this in by the school. Indeed we can. Look, there we go. Small child's playground. Somewhere for the kids to go and hang out after school or when they're on break. You know, like the little kids can come and then the big kids from the as yet unnamed, but look, incredibly popular, like Wizardtopia High School. It's good. It's good. They're going to like it. We should probably build more parks than that, though. What else have we got? Plaza with trees. Park with trees. That's huge, look. Can we fit that? Maybe we could... I'll tell you what we could do. We could just have a road. Just kind of like curves out and curves around in case we decide we want to sort of put something up here at some point. Which we might do. We're going to leave it like that. And... massive park. Large park. Can we put it on the inside here? We can, look. We're gonna put it. Bam! Right there. Oh, look at the happiness spread throughout the land. It's isn't it a pretty? Well, it's not that pretty of a park actually. It's got a lot of path. Little fountain in the middle, which is nice. I would prefer a more wildy park than that. Can we place trees? We can. Look. We can. Yes. All right. I've got new buildings unlocked. We'll get to them. We can place trees around the park so we can kind of like... There we go. That is our new park area. It's beautiful. Should we name it? Should we name it the Wand Woodland? There we go. The Wand Woodland Park. Beautiful. Lovely jubbly. They're going to love this. Small playground. Curse my bendy roads. Just there, look. Just opposite the Wand Woodland Park. We'll put a little child's playground. Everyone's going to be super happy now, right? They're going to love it. They're going to be absolutely loving these parks and all of the servicing that they provide. Should we get one sort of out here somewhere for these folks? Right, you can have one more park. One more small park is what we want. Should we just get rid of that commercial? We're just going to do it. Look, we're just going to get rid of the commercial building that was there and put a small park in for people to hang out in and have fun. And they're going to love that. Fantastic. We haven't got any fire coverage over here in... Oh, we've got an abandoned building there. A building has burned down. Uh-oh. Talking of precisely that, the fire wizards can't really get over here very easily. There's a weird smell coming from the apartment next door. But you don't live anywhere, Aspin Davis. I can't click on you and find you, so... you are of no significance to me. Walter Walker. Oh, come on, Mayor. Doesn't... Look. Don't think that you, Mr. Walker of the beach residence, are... You're not immune. You're not immune to my powers. You have been destroyed. Oh, we've got a bus terminal now. We've got bus depots and bus services. Do we need bus services? It's probably not quite big enough yet, but we will do bus services very soon. The Wizardtopian bus service, the magical conveyancing, could be awesome. It's the prelude, of course, to the Wizards train, which will be coming along soon. We've got -8 happiness. Oh no, -8 population. Let's put down a fire service. Fire department. Just on, like there maybe. Alright, fine. Fine, there you go. You can have a fire service. I'm not sure it's really strictly needed for such a small area, but... hopefully it will also provide coverage over Briar Rose Park, which is still called Briar Rose Park, and it still exists, which is even more of a blight upon us. Should we come down here and get our first forestry set up? Because we do have quite high industry demand, and let's do that. Let's do that, look. Should we build a highway all the way down? Look at this traffic building up now all of a sudden. Lots and lots of traffic. I think we need to kind of upgrade this whole thing to a highway. Can we do that with the upgrade tool? Upgrade road to highway. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, so that's now a highway. Should we make it a raised highway? Alright, let's give that a try. I've not done raised roads before, so this could be fun. Should we pause it? And we'll just sort of crack on here. We'll delete these bits of road, and we'll make a raised highway. It's like super low. It's like sweeps super low over this one. It's like as close as it can possibly be to it, which is just the wizarding way, you know. I mean, like, why muck about? Great. Let's have this sort of come up. We want to just come right down the middle between these two. Now I'm not sure ultimately where we want to go. I guess we're going to want to curve around here and like by this side. So let's start that. We'll have it just start curving around, and we'll just stop there. The road will just stop dead. Good. And we need to come back in the other direction in that case. How much did we spend on that? Probably a lot. We better get this side done first. I want a bit of a gap between the two in case we need to kind of like, you know, do anything between them. So let's go like that. There we go. That's all right. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. How much? It's cost quite a lot, this road. So let's get some on and off ramps sorted out. Doesn't like it. It's gone mad. Why has it gone crazy? Like that. There we go. And from here, we want to go that, I guess. I mean, it's perhaps not as pretty as it could be, but it'll do. It'll do, fine, and we want the same coming off in the other direction, and then at least we can reopen the road. There we go, and going from this direction, I guess we want to go... Very rarely, actually, is anyone going to want to get on here, but I suppose if we build it now, then the option exists for people. Like that. It's sort of super steep. Super duper steep, but it'll do. Let's just start time again, so we're at least making some revenue again. We can upgrade this road as well, actually, to a multi-lane road. Should we do that? That'll probably help. If we go to make it a medium road, upgrade. Now we can't because we've built a highway in the way and we've made it only just big enough for a 2-lane road to go underneath it. Because we decided it would be really cool if we had this incredibly tight slope here. So tough, basically, is what it boils down to. That's as good as it's going to get, and there ain't nothing we can do about it without demolishing the highway and starting again, or at least this section of the highway. And we're not going to do that, so they'll just have to deal with it for now. Fine. Fine. No more of you. What was that tweet? Way to go, Mayor! Oh, it's another. We like. Look, Sloban Roberts, who doesn't even live anywhere near Flame Fields. We like you. You're awesome. Or maybe you do, and you're just here at the Spell Services sector to see the Old Crone, or wherever the Old Crone's Witch Hut. Should we increase the time? We're making money. Look, we're making 2,270 wizard bucks. We've got plus 15 population. Population is growing. It's all looking quite good. I think we want maybe another residential district. Before we do any of that, we've got to find people some houses because people want houses. So old pesky quiet man, old pesky quiet wizard wants to have a house here in Hubble Bubble Close, which he suggested the name for, and you know, we have to allow, don't we? This looks like it may well be the most grand and nicest of the buildings here. I mean, that's a bit bigger, but who knows what that is? It looks ugly to me. We're gonna go with this one in the back. That's the one we've picked for you. If you don't like it, tough. Deal with it. It is a level 3 house. Here we go, and it is house. There you go, Pesky Quiet Wizard's house. Hope you don't mind the slight variation on your name there. Good. There is another person. Carl wanted to live in Flamestrike Fields, so let's find a good house in Flamestrike Fields. How about this one right here? Look, that looks pretty good. The Lynch residence. Sorry, the Lynches. You are being evicted, of course, evicted by the all-powerful mayor of Wizardtopia, and Carl, the wizard, is going to be moving in your place, I'm afraid. There you go, Carl the Wizard's house. Fantastic. There you go, Carl. That is for you, Carl Davis. Pesky Quiet Man, both of you are now official residents of Wizardtopia. And, of course, if you complain about the insanity of the mayor, who has built sort of one massive section of highway going nowhere, absolutely nowhere, and then ran out of money to build the other part of the highway, and just kind of forgotten about it and started assigning houses to people. Should we put a park down here as well? I think this place deserves a park. A small park, a small playground, plaza with trees. Park with trees? A small park. Let's put a small park down just there. There we go. I think ultimately we want to get down here to this forest and build up some forestry. Single 2-lane road. We're just going to extend this. Doesn't need to be up. We don't want straight roads. Thank you very much. Not here in Wizardtopia. In fact, we want this to be as windy as possible to discourage widespread use of it, because actually in the end we're going to hook the highway up to it, so this whole area is going to be like a forestry region. Alright, what are we going to call it? We can't call it Hillside Heights, obviously. We'll call it Hedge Wizards Woods. There you go, that's what it's called, Hedge Wizards Woods. Looks nice, looks like a good district. We need to mark it as forestry, there we go, and then we can get our commercial zoning, industrial zoning I mean, and we can just paint all of this in. Oh look, there we go. Will stuff start popping up there? Well, we need to provide services, let's do that. Right, we need to make a little residential area to feed this so that people who sort of like work immediately in Hedge Wizard Woods can have somewhere to stay. Just out here in this area here, or maybe just here, look. This could be quite a nice area just to live off to the side. Should we just make like a little village? We'll have a little winding sort of like high street. Like they can come down here, and it can also like serve as some sort of servicing organisation or some kind of services for the there's just the raw sewage and sludge and just, you know, leftover alchemical experiments and all the just stuff that gets poured down the toilet here in Wizardtopia. It all just ends up like just stuck out into the bay, and we're now going to build a little housing estate there, and they're going to love it. They're going to love living there. Let's give them some dirt roads, because we like dirt roads in these sorts of like rural bits. We'll have a little road coming off there. Go. Let's extend this road slightly further, because it's potentially going to come sort of like back out and head off that way. Although at the moment it just ends in a massive great big electricity pylon. It's just a road to an electricity pylon. That's it. There we go. Should we give them a park whilst we're here? They just won't go onto curvy roads. Why will a park not go on a curvy road? It does not make any sense to me. Look, fine. Give me a straight section of road, and let's hook up like this. Bosh! It's done. It is done. We've lost power to the sewage treatment plant though, so this is going to have to be extended quickly like that. There we go. Now power should be restored. Power is restored across this new region, which needs a name. I'm not going to name it just now though, because this is going to be a hugely long episode if I don't wrap it up, or it's going to have enormous amounts of editing in it. Probably a bit of both, actually. A bit of commercial. Should we just have like? This is probably not going to be permanent. We'll change it at some point, but we'll just put a little bit of commercial like that. Look. There we go. On this kind of this odd curve here, there's just going to be a bit of commercial to service people. It's not the most efficient road layout, okay? But that's not the intention. That's not the plan. Oh, we still haven't built the cemetery. Right, okay, we're going to build the cemetery and then we're going to go. And where are we going to build the cemetery? Well, you know, it's for the necromancers of the city to ply their trade. But also, it would be quite important, I suspect, to have a ready supply of corpses at the school. You know, for the teaching of necromancy and other sort of arts and things. So we're going to put it across the way from the school, which I'm sure they're going to be thrilled about. Here it is, look. So right behind the high school. Bam. Awesome. Right, there we go. We've got a cemetery, which is right next to the school, so the younglings can be taught all about necromancy and the arts of summoning the undead and making them walk around and do your bidding. which I'm sure everyone will be very pleased about. The Necromancy wagon has no doubt, like, flown forth and is now heading around the city collecting all the dead bodies in order to start performing weird and wonderful magical experiments on them all. We're bringing in 2,800, 2,900 wizard bucks a week at the moment. We've got 60,000, which is actually probably enough to finish this highway, but that's going to have to wait for the next time, I'm afraid. We have built the Hedge Wizards Woods, and we've started our adventures in forestry and other woodland arts, which is cool. We've got this little village next to it to provide workers, which is as yet unnamed. Oh, that's it really, isn't it? We've put a few parks down. It feels like we should have done more. It feels like we should have done so much more, but we haven't. So tough. That's it. That's all you get, I'm afraid. Industrial demand has dropped through the floor. Nobody... Look, all of these buildings are now abandoned. What is going on? All of these buildings are abandoned. Our burgeoning forestry is no more. We do have not enough workers. We've still got huge residential demand. It's going to have to wait till next time. Look, stop getting distracted. Right, there we go. That is all. That is all for today. Thanks a lot for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope you're not getting too frustrated with my meandering approach to city design. We've got abandoned stuff all over the place. In fact, you know what this means? If we haven't got enough workers, it means we can get rid of this. So that's going to be our last act. Before we go, we're just going to de-zone this and finally get rid of it. It's going to be gone. It frees up a bit of space as well to do something with here. Maybe we'll have like a big commercial park or something there, or more residential, who knows. Right, there we go. That is all. We are finishing. We are absolutely finishing. I have been Weird Wizard. Thanks a lot for watching, everybody. I hope you've enjoyed this episode, and I will see you later. And we'll be returning to the Wizarding City later this week to continue watching its eccentric growth under the auspices of the Crazy Mayor. Tomorrow's upload will take us back to the Minion Village in Medieval Engineers for a new build project. This time, it's a chapel/temple to satisfy the spiritual needs of the minions.